Russia banned the Bitcoin?
Yes, like outright.
Where do I buy my illegal guns and drugs from then? Okay, Morocco.
That's how it is. Here we go. Hi. Once upon a groove on an old soul tune. I watch the pin move to shape the breakthroughs. Who makes moves, maneuver in the right direction? The rest of you get left behind and messed up in this session.
Welcome everyone to Drunkcast Live, episode 72. Coming to you from Jackalope in Austin, Texas. I'm your host, Travis Culliffe. For those who are not familiar with Drunkcast is a panel of like-minded people who hang out and have a drink and talk about whatever happened all over the week. I have a panel of people in front of me. I have Dylan over here on my left-hand side.
Hello.
I have Ben over here on my right-hand side.
Hi there, I'm ready for Wylan.
You are ready and Wylan. And I have Brain coming back to the show.
Hi, guys.
We are at Jackalope specifically so we could have crepes. Because Jackalope's doing
are delicious.
Crepe brunch,
They were really good.
Mimosas, and Bloody Marys.
Crepe
Welcome to Classy Cast.
That's right.
Classy Cast.
That's right.
In our audience today, we have a very fantastic person who does not want to be on the show. But I'm not going to say her name because she's shaking her head at me. So, and thank you very much for hanging out.
Amadeus.
Amadeus.
Yeah, crepes were great.
So Brunchcast.
Brunchcast. We're doing our first Mimosa Drunkcast, which gives us a little bit more air superiority over other podcasts.
That's true. Yeah, because we're having brunch.
Yeah, we're having brunch,
Screw you
dude.
guys.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to More or Less for his brunch affection.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's the brunch rapper.
And DJ Crepes, I guess, is the guy who spun us our deliciousness this morning.
And he has his sweet and savory playlists. I don't know if you noticed that on the menu. It's really cute.
I did.
And he's here every Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday night.
Honestly, yeah, I didn't know. I
Wednesday
didn't know it was still happening. I know it was the one time they did have him come out, I guess, on a Wednesday. But if he's happening every Wednesday night, that's awesome. And maybe he'll be a normal brunch thing during the weekends. That'd be awesome.
That would be.
Because
Point being, check him out, find him,
Yes.
eat his food.
DJ Crepes. Crepes. What's been going on this week, guys? We have a lot to talk about. We'll go into segments and stuff. But I want to make
nothing
sure.
happened at all this week. Yeah.
No, not at all. Yeah. Maybe like parts of the segment, so we'll talk more about entertainment and some other fun stuff in the second segment or third segment, and politics, of course.
Go Seahawks.
Go Seahawks. Super Bowl. Go Seahawks.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Because by the time this airs, it's like 3 weeks later. So.
Well, that's true. I was very happy with the Super Bowl because I was a Seahawks fan all of 2 hours into the game.
Man, you got that payoff quick then.
Yeah, I really
Nice.
did. Yeah.
You bought in at just the right time.
I did.
You're a savvy cultural investor.
Right. If Seahawks were Bitcoin.
It's like the Bitcoin of NFL.
Yeah. I just love that first, for anyone who actually watched it, I really love Manning's expression. I want an animated gif of that, of him going, what? Just watching the thing fly past him. People were blaming the, who's the dude who actually sets up the ball?
The center.
Setter up the ball.
I thought it was a goalie.
Yes.
It's the point guard.
Yes.
The goalie is in the front center mass. Yeah.
Okay.
I had an
always
idea.
get that mixed up.
Actually, while I was watching the game, I had an idea to really mix up football. Let's make it so the defensive line has to match a BMI of something really low, like can only have 2% body fat. Like I want them to be out there like twigs. Like the defensive line just go,
Well, now hold on.
and then the ball has to be 20 pounds heavier.
Will you legalize steroids to make this happen? 'Cause if so, it can happen like next season.
So they throw a medicine ball at each other?
Yeah, medicine ball instead of a regular football. And
Now
then,
that would be interesting.
Right?
And the defensive line can't be big fat guys. That's the thing. It's
Yeah.
like the muscle, sure, but they're all like a bunch of dudes are like,
It's hard to get to 350.
Yeah.
I mean, that takes some work
Yeah.
to get up there and still be able to run.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for qualifying
Yeah.
that.
I still like the
right, it's
idea.
really easy to get to 350. Yeah.
Yes. Check out Travis.
Right, I just need to lose 10 pounds,
But yeah, if the ball weighed 50 pounds, that would be a much more exciting game for a quarterback. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I got to eat this thing. Ugh.
Yeah,
4 feet.
It gets set
Yeah.
up, and he's like, "Oh Jesus!" and rolls back, and I keep losing. But the defensive line's falling over each other because they had 1% body fat. Like,
We're going to change it up like
Because
that.
they're
and
marathon runners.
Just keep changing it up. So the defensive line has to defend their trebuchet that launches the medicine. The medicine
There
nice.
you go.
make it like a tower defense game.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
That's Canadian football, right?
I think.
Because trebuchet is a French word, and
Yeah.
Okay, just saying.
We have
I was
crepes.
reaching. I'm sorry.
Trebuchet.
I'm sorry, too.
I wasn't a generous scene partner. It was my fault.
No, Ben's right.
Drinking.
Yep. Oh, what else is simple stuff? I wanted to qualify something or clarify something that happened in the mail that we're probably not going to talk about to a far degree, but Will Ferrell, for anyone who watches or goes to Reddit, Will Ferrell didn't ask me anything recently. And I really didn't read anything he posted except for the very first comment was the most popular, and it was Will Ferrell talking to Snoop Dogg about how they should smoke weed together. And Snoop said something about trees, and Will Ferrell mentioned that he had several trees in his house. He has spruce. He has literally Snoop Dogg, who is now a staple on Reddit.
Really?
His Reddit name is something like "I am the king" or something. I'll show it to you. It's fucking hilarious. And I got to give big props for Snoop. Just he trolls every AMA that comes out.
Is it I Am the Lion?
Yeah, yes.
He's Snoop Lion now, right?
No, he went back to Dog.
Did he?
Yeah, he came back to Dog. Yeah.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg's coin.
It was pretty awful.
I tried reading that thread, Will Ferrell's AMA, and it was basically Will Ferrell said one thing, and then 5,000 posts of people quoting Will Ferrell movies.
Yep.
Of course. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm bored. I'm not going to try.
Yeah, I only posted that comment thread between the guy that was talking about weed, Snoop, and Will talking to each other. I thought that was fucking hilarious. But that's all. There's not really much other content than that. So. You're running low. I want to get a shot. Let's go ahead and take our first break, and we'll come back after these messages.
Yay! Break!
And the night's new, what a feeling, what a nice mood.
That's the name of my creperie.
It's like, damn, what a vibe. Woo! I got my old soul shoes, tripping on this deep groove.
Yeah, welcome back to the show. I just didn't know if he was going to be getting up. His brain's going to have a drink here, coming here pretty soon. I want to take a shot and give a cheers to everyone for showing up and eating some crepes with us.
Yay!
Yeah, great task.
Having a damn good old time.
Have you seen it?
Good stuff. That sigh brought to you by Slow and Low. Slow and Low makes you go, So a lot of stuff happened this week.
We can talk about Jay Leno signing off and walking slowly into the wasteland.
That's a perfect place to start, actually.
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the second time.
Jay Leno leaving The Tonight Show, hopefully, for real this time.
Yeah.
Who's going to take over? Is it Fallon?
It is Fallon.
Yeah.
Fallon is definitely going to take it.
Except, you
February
mentioned that,
17th? His is the first one?
Brain mentioned, it's not so much that he likes or doesn't like Leno, just the fact that he hates Fallon more.
Oh, he's so bad.
You hate Fallon?
How did he get...
I agree.
I don't
I'm with
agree
Brain
with
on
that
this
at
one.
all.
Yeah,
Fallon is just not
I think he's funny.
He's never made me genuinely laugh ever. He's made me
Has
genuinely
Leno?
cringe. Yeah, rarely, but yes.
Well, Leno's had 20 years to do it.
And not
give
got
Fallon
any
a
better.
little bit.
Yeah, I think Fallon at where he is right now is actually a pretty solid performance. If you don't like the humor, I understand, but Leno has had so long to, he doesn't have to do anything funnier than he is right now. He's just the humor is so milk toast, So it's it's a lateral move at best,
Yeah,
or at least.
From that perspective, replacing a Leno who is the most bland, mediocre, middle of the road white person old people comedy.
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Putting Fallon in there, nice and easy fit.
And I get that. I get it, but
And I get it, too.
It just
I
still
think he's
frustrates the shit out of me that Conan got shafted.
Oh, well, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
For
I wonder
5 more
why
years
he
of-
didn't get offered.
Yeah.
I bet Conan would not come back. I bet he would say no.
Yeah, no, it's too late for that. I think that whole,
Then he got
that boat sailed.
He had a huge settlement from NBC for one.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
And then he got a massive contract from TNT.
A huge settlement
Oh, did he?
that he's of course very rightly split with all of the people that also got fired whenever they fired him.
Yeah, the writers and some other creative types.
They moved his entire staff out to LA. He's like, well, you should be fired.
David Letterman had a great quote on his show. He said, "So
You got any gum?
Jay Leno is leaving the Tonight Show and the Olympics. It's two things that happen every 4 years."
But I'm chow.
Yeah. Oh, Letterman.
It's pretty funny.
You class act, yeah.
That's funny.
That's funny.
That'd be
Letterman.
better if Ric Flair were like the co-host.
I would watch that show.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Paul
would.
is such a weasel. He
He
just
is.
grosses me out.
Yeah. He's always wringing his hands like.
Yeah. Like, what dastardly deed are you planning over there? Like,
Someday, man. Someday.
I've got the guest tied to the railroad tracks in the back, Dave.
I can see him as the penguin if they ever make a penguin, because they're going to keep making Batman movies.
Of course.
Yeah.
I
See
wish
him
they
just-
wouldn't.
I know. The Olympics as well, the Winter Olympics. Everyone's very excited about it. As Dylan said, well,
Yeah.
very boring.
The only place that I've actually seen the Olympics on, in public, has been at a Korean restaurant.
oh, well, sure.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, Winter Olympics are obviously boring as hell because they're not really sports half the time.
What?
There's
And the ones that are real sports aren't really entertaining to watch. So,
there's
Women's
one,
short form ice dancing is clearly.
well,
Ice scrubbing. Ice scrubbing is my favorite.
yeah,
I'm a fan.
curling.
But
Yeah,
there's one.
yeah, I
What
know.
is it? What is the name of this
That's what
event?
Andrew
though?
calls
That it's like cross country skiing, but then they take this
Biathlon.
22
It's
it's a
rifle.
biathlon, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that's
Yeah.
that's
It's
the
a-
biathlon.
It's biathlon, yeah.
That's fucking amazing. I
Yeah.
love watching that.
It is cool.
Yeah.
No, and what I said was the
There's a
caveat I
sport
threw in
they
there.
have to bring back though. It's skiing, dancing. It's like ice skating, but with skis.
It
Ice
really
skating
is.
with
Yeah, I
skis?
saw.
Wow.
Bring that back.
I saw footage of it. It's just like ice skating, but these guys in flamboyant costumes with gigantic goddamn skis. This
That would
footage is like from
never
the
happen
early
in Russia.
90s.
That sounds
Yeah.
so wonderful.
Go to
does
it's,
sound
it's,
nice.
it's
But my
on
point,
wimp.com.
the things that are entering
yeah, that's
sports,
the point. Yeah.
they're not fun to watch.
Yeah.
This one was
and
fun
if they
to
are
watch
fun to watch,
because-
they're kind of a mockery, like
Yeah.
these
Yeah,
things. You
yeah,
know,
exactly.
Or like curling. Curling's cool. You know.
I think you might be the first person to have
It's
ever
still
uttered
not-
those words
it's
together.
I think it's. Oh, I mean, cool. Kind of like a yeah, maybe. You know, like I said, Andrew calls it ice
Have
scrubbing.
you watched it yet?
I've watched some curling.
it's
You don't
shuffleboard
have to
with
lie.
younger people.
Circle of trust here.
Yeah.
It's the shuffleboard with a medicine ball. Yeah.
The only Winter Olympic sports I actually enjoy are the ones that all involve gravity.
Oh, sure.
Actually, the long jump
Yes,
that's just
yes,
that's insane.
Yeah.
I
See,
will
that
watch
is
that.
boring to me.
And snowboarding. I mean, the snowboarding
They're on
half
a
pipe
track.
stuff is cool.
You'd
you
think
know?
to make it real, don't put the skis in a track. Like make it a real danger. Like you
flat
could fall
sheet of
off.
ice.
But no, they are in a little
I know,
structured
yeah.
thing. It's like Hot Wheels goddamn ski jump.
Oh,
You hold the trigger and then,
that's a good way to
uh-oh.
put it. Actually, I like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
That's
I'm
what it
sure
is.
it's a little bit more talented than that, but
Close to the ice, they could break their necks.
But they don't, so therefore no entertainment.
Oh, they could.
And like I said, I think it's
That's
so
entertainment.
Ice could fall here.
It still falls into the argument of what are sports in quotes aren't really that entertaining to watch, no matter what your
Yeah.
flavor.
right, sure.
But what is fun about the Olympics is all the other stuff about Russia being just broken.
Oh,
Oh,
just
yeah.
yeah.
Sochi being so Russian.
And apparently, I saw some number.
Man.
It's like $50 billion have been spent on these.
61.
61.
61 billion,
Jesus.
yeah.
And that was-
8 billion on just the tunnel for the train to get up to the what's the
It's a children's train too. The adults can't even ride on that thing. I've seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe everyone's smaller in
It goes right
Russia.
through a snow tunnel and then just goes right to a hotel. It's half finished.
Yeah.
animated Tom Hanks there frightening the children too much. They don't want them.
But if you are Putin's judo partner,
Yes.
you're going to make some money.
Yep.
Yeah, you've probably already made
Well, yeah,
4 or
that's the
5
point.
billion.
It's Sochi is Putin's favorite like resort town. Like,
Yeah.
that's where he goes to like take his shirt off and fight bears. You know.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he does it all over Russia, but whatever.
I thought it was mountain lions.
Well, mountain lions in Sochi, yeah, because they have a really nice mountain
they're in the
lion
mountains.
collection. Yeah.
He rides
He has the key to the
horses
zoo there.
shirtless all over them.
Yes.
You know, the thing about Sochi has been really funny. Like, if you haven't been paying attention to the Sochi thing in the Olympics, it's just been so. Like, you have CNN guys who have been booked for months at hotels that have shown up with 7 rooms that have only received 1 room. That room may or may not have been finished. If there's anything in the room at all, the toilet might not even. The bathroom might not even have a toilet. If it does, it might not flush, and you have to throw
Yeah.
your tissues into a trash receptacle in front of the toilet. There might even be 3 chairs in front of the toilet
Yes.
just so other people can watch you and judge you, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe they're in the Olympic spirit.
I saw one reporter was
3.1 from the Russian judge.
right.
I saw one reporter was hoarding light bulbs in the hopes of trading them for a doorknob, so he actually closed
Yeah,
his door.
the doorknobs working. There are a lot of manhole covers missing.
This is a luxury hotel.
There are a lot of manhole covers missing from manholes
streets.
in the streets, so people were hurting
Because
themselves
they hadn't finished building.
because they
them
hadn't
yet.
finished building that city yet. You know, like it's just been hilarious. Oh, and my favorite one was the water turned off. This person received a note from the hotel saying,
Do not drink the water.
when the water comes back on, do not. There's something in the water that's
Use on face.
hazardous to your face.
Yes.
Don't let it touch you.
Which I think is hilarious that they've like Russian science has made it so you can still drink that water or do anything. Well, what's the point of even having the water there if you can't touch it on your face? Like, oh, wonderful.
And again,
Wonderful.
all that for the low price of $61 billion.
Yeah.
Which,
And, you know,
knowing the fact that Russia is basically a bunch of con artists and like criminals.
Yes.
well, that's a little far. I think
Well,
that's
not
going a
all
little
of them
far.
criminals, but there is a very
I mean,
large.
some of them
you-
are also lazy.
But
But not gay.
Contractors that haven't been gotten paid.
Yeah,
yeah.
sure. Yeah, sure. Well, and that's the point. Is it
And the
feels like
U.S.
a big
government
con.
is good about pitching deals to their friends as well. So it's not Russia that just does that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
So
Yeah, but I mean-
I don't really care about that. And governments are going to government. That's how they're going to act.
But
you know?
look at the Olympics that took place in Utah. Mitt Romney actually took
Yeah.
care of that
He
shit.
did.
And they
There was
also
no problems
bribed
there.
the
Yeah,
the Olympic Committee to get them there.
Yeah.
They did
Yeah.
not win, really.
Yeah, there's
You know,
not really a
There's a
way-
whole lot of contention about that. And the one after that, what was that? Italy? Turin?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Sure.
sense.
Yeah, no idea.
A lot of issues about that bidding also.
Well, and that's the real concern. And our own Hallie, who been on the show, if you've listened to the show, was also mentioning that we complain about Sochi and not being able to poop in a toilet or whatever, but like people who actually live in Sochi are probably pretty miserable that are not being paid.
Oh, yeah.
Or even not working. Like
Yeah.
they tear up a town they come in.
Yeah.
That was the whole what it was the Brazilian riots, right? Like all this money was going into the
for the
Olympics.
World Cup.
For
Yeah.
the World,
World
for the
Cup.
World Cup, excuse me.
Yeah.
And they
it-
were still raising the taxes
Yeah.
and making it expensive for transportation. Like, well, but you have all this money. What's going on?
That actually
you
happened
know?
with Greece a couple of years ago. The
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
They basically
It was China that
shut down the entire.
the Summer
Well, they
Olympics,
basically broke the economy of Greece.
Right.
Preparing
No,
for the
China like
Olympics.
demolished a whole
Right.
bunch of homes.
Again, because
Well,
of
yeah,
corruption,
they did that
money
too.
going
Insane.
everywhere. So basically, what I'm saying is Olympics, Austin, huh? Anybody?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
Apparently,
exactly
that's a
what I
thing,
want.
right? No, we could host the Super Bowl here.
Yeah, there was
People
talk
are
about that.
saying
Oh my
there's
God.
we could support Super Bowl
You're
here.
gonna build another one. Really? Is it big enough?
We can hold 100,000 plus people in that stadium. Yeah.
Yeah. With the
Come on,
upgrades they did.
wait, you've seen UT's football program.
Yeah.
Most of the money collected by tuition in UT it goes into the football program. Our stadium can handle a full Super Bowl.
Austin already has 48 weeks or 48 weekends of events. Like, I don't think we need a Super Bowl too. Like,
It'd be a tough sell because I don't think we have a
Jesus.
big enough TV market. That'd be the game changer.
that rent's gonna go up by $6,000.
Yes, well, it already has.
Yeah. it already-
Yeah, again?
Yes.
What else? Some more lighthearted stuff. Weed still hasn't killed anyone. I think that was a nice recap by.
Oh,
our
yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about the British.
Well, there was
thing,
yeah,
this
the British chick. Yeah.
It was a lead-in for a story about this father who punished his child with too much grape juice, and that is a big bummer.
Very sad story.
Very, very sad story. But the fact that obviously marijuana is very prevalent right now. This is the year of the weed. Many states are trying to decriminalize, if not legalize.
Just wait until April 20th. It's going to get crazy around here.
Oh Jesus, yeah. And that's why the Super Bowl was great, because it was two cities fighting each other, and I kept thinking, it's like, wow,
For weed rights.
for weed rights, yeah. I mean, God, Denver was obviously too high for that. Jon Stewart, do you hear Jon Stewart talk about the Super Bowl? How the Broncos had really, really good seats to the Super Bowl. Like they were almost close to the action. Too bad they weren't playing, But yeah,
Poor guys.
obviously we did the gorilla agent is also one of my favorites of like kind of funny things. A guy dressed up as a gorilla suit was enough. He was able to fake it well enough that he caught someone trying to was it shoot or just capture gorilla?
He just
He
some
was trying to
level of
poach.
poaching.
Yeah.
But basically,
It's like
and some
do you remember-
animal
where was this?
So some basically animal enforcement officer trying
Yeah.
to stop poaching disguised himself in a gorilla suit.
in downtown Atlanta.
Yes, yeah.
Where
in
was
Sochi,
this?
actually.
Oh,
It's during the opening ceremonies.
he called Vladimir Putin trying to make sweet love to him?
Yes.
I mean,
Well, it reminded me of that
Punch
movie
him.
that
It was a female gorilla. It's okay.
obviously.
it reminded me of crap. What did Eddie Murphy
Trading
and
Places?
Trading Places.
Yeah.
If you remember the end of Trading Places.
Yeah.
Miami, federal agent disguised in gorilla suit and placed in a cage helped nab Mexican zoo officials who were attempting to smuggle primates to their homeland, a prosecutor said Tuesday. That is awesome.
Wait, they were trying to smuggle.
They were trying to steal from the zoo to smuggle it back to
their homeland.
Well, I mean, to
Wait, to Mexico, to their homeland?
That's what I was
No,
confused
not-
about.
or to
not
the
to the-
apes'
There's
homeland?
no,
Yeah.
No,
there's no gorillas in Mexico.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's racist.
Have you been in any border towns lately?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
$50 will buy you a lot of entertainment. That's all I'm saying.
This next paragraph feels
Tijuana
weird to
doggy
say.
show's gotten really weird. That's all I'm gonna say.
The Mexicans, including Victor Bernal, 57, the director of zoos and parks of the interior state of Mexico, were shown real gorillas, orangutans, and chimpanzees in Miami area zoos, authorities said, and they were told the animals would be smuggled to Mexico and that they would be delivered Monday, authorities said. And one dude was just in a gorilla outfit. That is so awesome.
How did he get the tip to do that? Like, did they know that was coming? So I'm gonna dress up in a gorilla suit.
NSA.
He
They
just
must.
likes to dress up.
He had it left over from the furry convention.
Yeah, it was
It is. It is near Valentine's Day, so you know
They get lonely, man.
there's some gorilla suit action all over.
I love it.
Hey, graybacks need
Tortilla.
love too. Silverbacks need love too.
Silverbacks, yes. Graybacks can only be found in Florida.
Oh yeah.
Mexican gorilla is a gorilla. They have them there. They have them there.
Yeah, they're mostly on the beach.
They're mostly on the beach.
On the beach.
Down by the beach.
Jeez, let's go take our next break and let's get some
Drink more Bloody
refills.
Marys.
And on that,
We'll be back.
We're here to rock you.
Like Gilligan's Island, Michael Bay would produce, and it'd be Shia LaBeouf would play all of the characters. Welcome back to the show. Segment 3.
Catch a predator.
Jackalope and having a good time. Yeah.
The first three.
Michael Bay's To Catch a Predator.
It's a twist.
Yeah.
You're going to jail. That's the twist.
I had some homework for the group here. I like to do homework once in a while just to kind of keep things kind of improv-y. The homework this week was, if you could take any classic TV show to be remade, which one would you choose, knowing that there's a 50-50 chance that it might be produced by, let's say, Mel Brooks or M. Night Shyamalan?
Whoa, you changed the homework.
I did.
You
I
did.
did.
Okay.
I did.
That's a curveball.
Script flipper.
I am a script flipper.
How old does this show have to
It could be any television
that's what I
show
asked.
from anything, and actually, if you want to do nonfiction, okay.
As long as it's canceled?
Thank you.
Well, no, it didn't have to be canceled either. Just like something that you would like to be redone, a television show of any age.
I would
you
love
know.
to see
like Cagney and Lacey.
Right.
And here's what would happen: I say Cagney and Lacey, and then I do a coin flip. Heads will be Mel Brooks,
Right.
and then tails would be M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, that's who you're playing this.
Okay, I see now.
And then, so it's tails. So it'd be M. Night Shyamalan. So now we have to figure out, like, how disappointed we'd be.
A lot.
But, there might be certain kinds of shows that would fit very well into this thing. Like 24 would make sense, if you wanted to remake 24. But who wants to do that? It's still going, right?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Wait, is it?
Well,
Yes.
they're making a
How about
24
Three's
movie.
Company?
Oh, is that a movie?
Ooh, that's a good one.
All
I
right,
like
so
that.
Three's Company.
Let's
Let's flip this coin. Mel Brooks.
Actually, that might be
That
good.
would be
That
really
would be
good.
actually kind of
Yes,
fun.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be able to get the real goof stuff out
Can you
of the
imagine
way.
who's the other guy? The twist would be the girls who are guys, like little.
M. Night Shyamalan's
Oh, yeah,
Three's
yeah,
Company.
yeah.
Who star Joaquin Phoenix and Jared Leto.
No. And in the end, they're all Amish. What a not twist.
Right. They were on the moon the whole time.
They're girly boys. Or what's
Yeah,
that?
they're lady boys.
Lady boys, yeah.
Lady Boys.
I don't remember names. Or...
Oh man.
Ben, what would you choose? What would be your show?
For Mel Brooks and M. Night.
Yeah.
No, I think it's pick a show, then he picks a coin, then you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
you,
so
you
Yeah.
pick your show.
I have
and then-
two. Either.
All right, Adam. One or the other.
Okay, yeah, I'll just go with one then. Dick. Airwolf.
Oh,
Airwolf.
nice.
All right.
Nice.
I love the
That's
show.
fun.
I really.
Yeah.
I still
Mel
love it.
Brooks, Airwolf.
That would be terrible. That would be a mistake.
I was
Yeah.
more a fan
One
of the theme
episode.
song from that show, but
That's a
yes.
great theme song.
right?
Yeah.
They'd have to pick. I mean, it'd probably be someone like Eddie Murphy
Dun, 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 dun,
running.
dun.
Well, shit, I don't actually remember enough about Airwolf, but it would be. Well, Gene Wilder's dead. I mean,
Yeah.
do the Monty
Just have
Python
his
thing and have his like corpse like
Yeah,
laying
Weekend at
on
Bernie's
things.
style.
Yeah,
Just
Weekend at
CGI him in.
Jesus.
Mel Brooks' Airwolf.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you could do a series. You could do a movie out of that. It'd be like Spaceballs 2 or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Naked
You know,
Gun
just be,
style thing.
Oh yeah, sure. Or actually, it'd probably be it'd probably be as serious as the A-Team remake.
Slightly
But-
less,
but actual funny,
I think what
you know?
I think what you could do, with, or Mel Brooks could do with an Airwolf,
Right.
would be do a parody or tribute to all those '80s early action adventure things.
Sure.
that could work.
Okay.
That could be work.
Okay. We can make that work.
Yeah, we can play with that.
What do you think? What would be your answer, Dylan?
TV show, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Classic TV show.
Flipper.
Let's go with it. I was going to go with Love Boat.
Gentleman.
Not bad, not bad, yes. I like that.
M. Night Shyamalan.
All right, so
That would be a good one for M. Night.
that movie was
That would
actually
be
called
fun.
Ghost Ship. It's already been made.
I was gonna say the boat was in a dry dock the entire time.
It was
Ghost Ship.
the International Space
Yeah,
Station.
no, that was actually a good movie.
Yeah, like the scene when they get decapitated
Yeah,
by the
yeah.
water. That's the
By the
best.
water?
But
Wire.
Wire,
Oh.
yeah.
Spoilers, guys. Spoilers.
Oh, come on.
They were did
It's
the whole
like
time. Yeah.
in the beginning of the film. So
I'm
Okay,
just
so-
imagining somebody
all
slips
right,
into the
so
water and just their head pops
I should
off.
retry because that movie's already been done. So I need to think of a new one.
Okay, well then I have to give Ben his second option 2.
Well, mine's actually already happened, so I.
Okay.
smash.
I mean, this is going to be a short segment anyway, so I'll go back too. But what's your?
no,
what-
no, it's his turn.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I have to go with The Walking Dead.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Please. Oh, it's M. Night. Oh no! It's Mel Brooks.
It's Mel Brooks, The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would see that.
I would
Yeah.
totally watch that. It'd
Yeah.
actually be much better than the series as it is right now.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But who would play the role? Who'd play Rick?
I don't know who Rick is. I've never really watched The Walking Dead.
So I'm glad.
He's the sheriff, right?
Yeah, he's the sheriff. Yeah.
Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman. Oh, good choice. Good casting choice.
Well, if he can play Lone Star, he can play Rick in The Walking Dead.
How about Patton Oswalt?
Bill Murray.
Patton Oswalt
Patton
would,
Oswalt-
would be his best friend Shane.
Yeah, he'd be Shane.
Yeah. All right, and
Did I say Oswald or Oswald? Whatever.
mine will be The Cosby Show.
Oh, nice. Yes.
It should land on its
Mel
edge.
Brooks.
Because there's no reason to remake that.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Right on the side.
Yep.
Yeah. Mel Brooks, Cosby Show would probably be way too racy, and probably would be banned.
Wait.
First,
Yeah.
like,
If
couple-
it were made in 1974 or made now?
well, made now, yeah.
Oh.
No, if it was,
You know, like the Blazing Saddles Cosby Show. That'd be fun.
that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
And it'd probably be Bill Cosby. I'd say as a lead. Yeah. What was your other one, Ben?
Flipper.
Flipper's good. M. Night Shyamalan. Flipper.
Oh, it is M. Night Shyamalan.
It was really a
that could be
killer
pretty
whale the
good.
entire time.
It was really a government droid.
right.
Government nuclear missile.
I think that's
disguised
Michael
like a
Bay's
dolphin.
Flipper.
I also hope
Flipper,
Michael
you gotta
Bay
come
would
back.
get Airwolf, because that would be actually pretty fun.
Yeah,
I would
sure,
watch
sure.
J.J. Abrams' Airwolf.
I would do that. as
Lens
well.
flares,
Lens
anybody?
flare.
Lens
Yes,
flares
yes.
everywhere. Stock footage. I loved Airwolf.
I do love that at least J.J. Abrams admitted. I think it like somebody from his family, his daughter or wife or somebody said, yeah, there were a lot of lens flares in that. And he was like, yeah, I know. Shut up. So he admitted it at least.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it adds to the drama.
I think so.
Sure, of course it does. One more. X-Files.
Ooh.
Mel Brooks' X-Files.
Yes.
That could work.
Yeah, I could do that.
It would piss off everybody who loves
Well,
the
X-Files actually kind of
Yeah, for
did
sure.
that. They had episodes that were
Goofy.
comedy and goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd like to see Mel Brooks redo like Home. There's this one particular episode, Home, that's very creepy. Good God.
Oh,
It's been so long.
God,
I
yes.
can't put the name to the thing.
It's this hillbilly episode where
Yeah, a bunch of inbred hillbillies.
they're
just
all
doing
in
it.
a house,
Okay.
and there's this guy that's just a torso under the bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
It was one of the creepiest goddamn episodes.
It was really popular because it was the first time everybody ever did this, and it was getting a lot of controversy and stuff because it was inbred.
Yeah, sure.
And that's how we all learned about Alabama.
Yeah.
Put them on the map.
And then they got a Shakey's Pizza right afterwards.
Yeah.
Normally, this is when we do our asks, our questions for the people of the panel of Drunkcast. If you have any questions for the show, you can go to drunkcastlive.com/ask. You can go to facebook.com/drunkcastlive. You can go to twitter.com/drunkcastlive. You can email questions at drunkcastlive. If you have a homework or a test for us, you can also put that there, something that we can think about. And we'll do it. We will answer your goddamn questions.
Physical challenge.
Physical challenge is also available.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe we'll do some video if you really want to double dare us. Or whatever. Let's go ahead and take our next break. And we'll come back to segment 4.
Break.
Too long trying to settle in some riches with a space too small now. Here's an example.
It's because I've been drinking and I'm a butthole.
Stays bold in his dream. He got a dedicated base and some status on the street. You never get an 8 to win, so he's the backstory. He writes night in, night out.
Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Segment 4. Toast.
Gotta stop crying. Hold up.
Where we accidentally started talking about corgis, and Ben is going to be a weepy mess.
I'll try to wait until I get in the car on the way home and just cry all the way home.
Do you have a webcam set up on your phone so you can watch them? Yes, you do.
I do have a little webcam so I can watch them in their kennels during the day. Yeah.
He's hacked his car nav so it always plays video.
I would.
When he's backing up.
Don't
only.
think I wouldn't if it was possible.
Nice.
So there's a hack for it.
Yeah. This is our. We have not recorded a lot, so the toast segment will probably go for a little bit.
We should do a 3.5.
You want to do a fourth segment?
Sure.
Well, we have other stuff to talk about too.
Yeah, lots of talk. It was a busy week.
Bill Nye,
The Science Guy.
the Science Guy, versus Ken Ham, the Super Twat.
Versus might be
Whoa.
a strong word for it.
Well,
A twat? No, not at all. That's pretty accurate.
yeah.
Super twat, I think.
He's
is
just a
what
guy that believes in what he believes in.
Well, yeah, but he's a dick about it.
Just because he's dumb.
Yeah.
You can.
He wants to spread his dumb around, though.
That's
Yeah.
true. He does.
I just think they needed to choose somebody better than Bill Nye because he's such a pushover.
Was he? I haven't watched
Well,
it yet. So, disclaimer.
I have heard this that he is not the best debater, but I mean,
They needed somebody like Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's really
yeah,
good.
Neil deGrasse Tyson would have been a good choice, but
Just
Well-
very vocal about his passion.
So to give for anyone who doesn't know, this last week on Tuesday at the Creationist Museum and where?
It's in
Kentucky.
Well, or as Bill and I refer to it as facility.
Yes.
And remember, that's not America's only creationist museum
Well,
either,
sure,
which
sure,
is sad. It's just the most public one.
They should debate each other.
Run by a non-American.
Ken Ham, who helped. What? He was a founder of that Creationist Museum.
Yes.
Big creationist himself.
He also likes ham.
Went into a kind of a fight with Bill Nye in general because Bill Nye was saying that he believes that creationism as a science is bad for
Because it's not science.
America's youth. And so Ken Ham fought back against it, saying, "Well, that's not true. It's good for everyone to have blah blah blah." blah. So they finally had a debate, and I put
Quote,
air
unquote.
quotes
Yeah.
for a debate, and that debate happened at the Creationist Museum, and that happened on Tuesday. It was 30 minutes, I guess, of opening arguments, and then a back and forth for some amount of time. It was 2 hours, I guess, for the entire thing.
Yeah, I only saw their presentation part, their half-hour part, and I was explaining to Travis yesterday when we were talking about this before. Bill Nye was so close,
Yeah.
but then he fell into his own passion, and that caused him to lose.
So
the
close to
debate.
what? Because again,
to playing on a level playing field and maybe swaying some of the audience to actually open their eyes a little bit.
oh, fair enough.
In that, so
But-
Ken Ham went first and said, here's my line of creationism. And
Yeah.
it was
Right.
insanity, complete insanity. Then Bill and I started. He started kind of like the first 10 minutes or so was bringing up points and explaining the points in a way that could connect to the audience. You go, oh, I see. There could be other answers out there.
Right.
But then he fell into the absolute worst nerd trap possible, in that he loves science. He's passionate about his love for science, and he started using words that were
Big,
big.
multi-syllable.
and started going over the head of the audience too. The audience is rolling their eyes like, "Oh, Mr. Scientist, with your fancy
Ivory
words."
Tower.
And he lost the audience because of his own passion. And
Yeah.
and while you're watching him go, "Yeah, this is so cool, and I love this stuff," blah, 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 you watch the audience go, "Okay, yeah."
Well, and the audience was pretty stacked too. You could tell when
Oh yeah.
Bill Nye would make jokes. One of my favorite jokes he made, he said, it was the Big Bang. He's talking about the Big Bang, how we believe the Big Bang is possible because we see the universe expanding from a certain point. Like, it all looks like expanding from...
Every point is expanding away from every other
And
point.
it's still
Yeah.
expanding,
Right. But so when he's talking about it, he says, so it happened like this, he goes, and he's like, actually it happened in space, so he just mouthed nothing. And that was
Right.
it was a funny joke.
That's hilarious,
for
yeah.
people who don't get it, and the majority of the crowd just never thought that was funny. And then Ken Ham would come up and say, "Well, see, there's this book," and the whole crowd just exploded with laughter.
Yeah.
The people who were there were definitely there to see Ken Ham.
Yeah, and that's why
a
I
lot
think-
of them
Was
weren't there.
that an accurate representation of the sound? Bree!
Well, that's how they laugh in Kentucky. Yeah.
I was born there.
I lived amongst these people for a few years. That's pretty
too.
accurate.
Brr.
It's kind of across me.
Near Elizabethtown,
Well,
Louisville.
I just
he-
don't understand this. Really, people are so scared of smart people.
Yeah.
Well, It's
and
here
that-
in
Kentucky.
America.
and that was-
you know,
yeah, and that was definitely the
they try to
result.
dumb everything down. That everything is just.
You can't necessarily describe the history of the universe in a single sentence.
Well, and,
Yeah.
and the points that the points that Bill Nye was actually trying to bring up. Okay, so first and foremost, one of the biggest things about Ken Ham's thing is that he sees observable science as a slur. He uses it as a slur.
Yes,
observable
yes.
science is what we see.
You can't know that.
As a scientist,
were you there?
You look at two things
Yeah.
and you say, "Well, we have a really good idea because of these two hints, puzzles, etc." And Ken Ham, his big point is we have historical science, which is in this book, this person was 600 years old, and this person was 800 years
Right.
old, and 600 plus 800 is 1400 years old. So we're 1400 years in history. And then it gets to the point of all of the people in the Bible and
Yes.
counting up their ages
That
and
is
saying,
the correct reaction. right over there.
exactly, saying that we know it's 6,000 years old because this is how old people are. That's history.
Well, that's the problem with debate. Debate, you had to assume
Yeah.
that there's rules
Right.
that
Yeah.
And logic.
in a debate that both people are willing to concede
Right.
if they're proven wrong.
Right.
But that's not happening.
American
in this case.
debate is not that, though.
No.
Right.
But
Yeah.
No, and that's what I agree completely. And that's I think where Bill Nye had started making some good points to sway the audience. Then he lost it because
Yeah.
he didn't know how to debate.
Right.
Well,
Well,
to
but-
pitch his argument correctly, he started being
The nice thing, though, is
Too
that,
passionate, too logical.
as I understand it, even Pat Roberts.
Yes, Pat Robertson even said that
Yes,
this was
6,000 thing years.
hey, this 6,000-year-old thing is bullshit.
Hey, Ken Ham, can you shut the fuck up kindly?
Yeah, and I put in the mailer. Yeah,
But
when
the
Pat
thing is-
Robertson starts to make sense.
The Vatican-
you know,
Yeah,
you're on the
that's-
wrong side of something.
Yes.
So,
right?
The question was, someone from the crowd asked the question, what, if anything, would ever change your mind? And I'm just going to say the highlighted parts. Ken Ham's response is, well, the answer to that is, I'm a Christian. Skip, no one is ever going to convince me that the word of God is not true.
Again, so this isn't a debate because he's not willing to concede anything.
Bill Nye's response is, we would need just one piece of evidence, bring on any of those things, and you would change me immediately.
So he's a scientist.
So he's
Yeah.
a scientist,
Yeah.
And so that's the point, is almost a,
And we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
No, there's
before
no
the debate
point in
happened.
having that. If two people are arguing and they go, I'm never going to change my mind, and I'm never going to change my mind, then why are you arguing?
Well, that's the thing.
What is the point?
Yeah, but Bill Nye actually said, yeah. And he later on in the thing, he actually said in effect of, well, as a scientist, it would be the coolest thing ever if we found out there were supreme being who made all this stuff.
Yeah.
Because that would
Yeah.
explain so much. It'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And then
It's so easy.
you can figure out where he lives and then say, so let's talk about the Sudan Supreme Creator. By the way, I have your balls in a vice.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I think the real point about this, and it's unfortunate because the Creationist Museum is probably well funded now.
Oh, they got a huge
Now they
bump.
are. Yeah.
I'm sure they got a huge bump.
But I think Bill Nye, really what he was trying to do, I don't think he was trying to change Ken Ham's mind. As a
No.
scientist, or a scientist-thinking individual, I don't think he's thinking he's
Science
going to change.
advocate, yeah.
that he's going to change Ken Ham's mind. I think what he wanted to do was have this national stage to say, hey, this is what we think of science. And if you're watching this and you're interested, 300,000 people streamed it at least.
And he did
You know?
start to sway down that road again. Where he lost the debate
Yeah.
In the context of debating
Yeah.
was he started talking about how we need to have science, we need to have people, even who are believing in whatever they believe in.
Yeah.
They need to believe in science because science gives us the things that we have around us.
Yeah.
And that's again
It allows us to predict what's going to happen
Yeah.
next. That was a big
Well,
thing. he
And
was
so I
saying,
think
too.
what he was really getting at, and something that Donnie pointed out last week, was he's a scientist who loves science, who wants to make sure we don't lose our interest in science as a nation.
Right.
Well, I can't remember who. I want to say it was like Penn Jillette or somebody, but somebody said if World War III happened and humanity somehow managed to survive, and we rebuilt our various societies back up to this point, the only thing that would be exactly the same as science, every other religion would be reinvented into something different,
Right.
because they are completely
and this is
contextual
actually
based on your
we have
culture.
historical proof showing this has happened repeatedly.
Many times, yes. The only thing that would stay the same is actual scientific method and science.
Like, actually, the best example of that is ancient Greece, who invented most of our modern math as we know it. We still use their words for things.
Yes.
They had a whole culture based on fancy things in the sky. Their culture disappeared, their religion died, but the science they helped us invent as
Stayed.
mankind is still true.
Yes. Correct.
The biggest bummer about the debate was that there was a very interesting point, if anything else, that Bill Nye was actually trying to say about the ark. If there was going to be an ark that large, 10 people, according to the Bible,
Right.
created a very large ark that could fit a very large wooden ship that could fit all of these animals on it. But in more recent history, someone has tried to do a very large wooden ship, and they found that it bends and it twists and it leaks, and the 10 people who built that one, who were like master craftsmen in their skill set, whatever, they drowned, they all died because whatever. And so Ken Ham came out and said, well, since then we've had ships that have been basically built into other ships, so the leaking is not as bad, and people have made it in very large wooden ships. Bill Nye's response to that was, apparently, so Ken Ham also said, well, and how do you know that Noah was not a master ship's craftsman or whatever?
He was a goat herder.
And so Bill Nye's
says
like,
so in the Bible.
Yeah. And I think at this point, Bill Nye is kind of realizing what's going on. He says, apparently God gave Noah superpowers.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And now so
it's the Matrix.
But you can see on Bill Nye's
He's
face
the Neo.
after Bill Nye said that, you can almost see the scientist in him say, "That was fucking rude, dude. Why are you doing this?" He kept going, but he kind of cringed at it, But I think like Neil deGrasse Tyson would probably be a better guy because he can relate.
Yeah,
but
and he
is
knows
also
how to explain it to people that really don't know anything about science or anything
But
like that.
I think he gets more frustrated than Bill Nye does trying to talk to simpletons.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I would say
rightfully so.
That's a problem.
And I would say
that would make it more fun, though.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I mean, because
that's real debate in the United States. It's political debate. It's who can piss the other person off faster.
I need to remember the names.
And Neil deGrasse Tyson is much less of a softie than Bill Nye is.
Yeah,
he'll tell you you're a douchebag and wrong.
but he's very nice doing it. I'm by the way, a quick sidetrack. I am super excited for the rebirth of Cosmos with Neil deGrasse Tyson as the host.
Yeah, sure.
Good.
Oh, I got a science Woody for it. So anyway,
did you guys see the interview with Stephen Merchant and Bill
Nye?
Yeah.
Not Bill Maher. I'm Bill Maher. Yeah.
Oh, I saw a
interview.
clip of that. Yeah, that was really good.
You didn't?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
It's very good.
It's basically talking about Americans and their cultural.
Yeah, and why they're so
weirdness.
afraid of intelligence.
And
pretty much.
intelligence, for sure.
And they started talking about the founding fathers and how they were into science and they hated religion.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They were deists, but
The Tea
still
Party
not really.
and the whole. It was pretty interesting.
It was good.
They felt religion had its place, just not in government.
not
Yeah,
in
or
government.
Most of them
science.
did.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Most of them, yeah.
Well, they felt strong enough to actually put that in, their list of things about forming a new nation was make sure these things are separate.
Yeah.
Because that's really a key thing to building a new foundation of our government.
But that's not
Also
happening.
somewhat equitable.
Didn't Jefferson also say something along the lines of
I like black women.
that?
I was going to say the same thing.
Didn't he also say something
Come
along the
here,
lines?
brown sugar. Yeah. That's what he said.
That's sweet molasses.
Didn't he also say something
You
about?
want the kids with black
yes, you did. Yes.
Didn't he also say something about that we should have a revolution every 15 years?
Something like that. Yeah.
So I mean, if we take one thing into
He said
context,
it was our
the other
duty
thing is
to
our duty
revolt.
to revolt. Yeah.
If we felt.
Well, I guess if I remember my JFK Oliver Stone movie correctly, when Kevin Costner quotes all this,
Right.
Basically, it does say, it's the American public's responsibility to question leaders and to revolt if necessary if they think that our government is doing their job incorrectly.
Well, there was actually a time span on it, something like 10 to 15 years. We should have a revolution.
I don't remember that.
But
How much about that?
I'll look it up after this break.
Hey,
Be right back.
break.
We're here to rock you.
I'll give it 3 episodes. I'll give it 3.
I love this game. Hey! Just a sec, but I think everyone's having a good time so far.
Andrea just scolded us for not doing enough shots.
Not doing enough shots. She's prepared for it.
Although I have to give a shout out to Andrea. I just witnessed her bitch slap a couple people who
Really?
were underage and were playing the whole I don't have my ID, I just want to get food. She's like, get the fuck out of my bar.
Nice.
Pimp slapped those bitches out of here so fast. It was really impressive.
is one thing, especially with Jack or when Andrew is working. Like, just bring your ID. It's so easy to bring your ID.
Yeah, like anyone who walks into a bar who's, I don't have my ID. You're full of shit. Get the hell out.
Yeah, or even if they don't, like, it's illegal. It's illegal.
And she even said, if you're
TBC is
21, you can't be here.
incredibly serious about
But
that stuff.
it was
The
impressive.
TABC are beer Nazis, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
But these two guys were at the bar. One of them was fine. He was legal and had his ID. The other guy was. She just went, "You have your ID?" No. They get the fuck out. It was.
She
impressive.
cards me.
It was
Known her for
impressive.
years.
Well, you look good for your age.
Yeah.
I try. You know what? I
You
do
look
what I
like,
can.
I mean, you look like a young Daniel Craig.
you know, it's nothing.
Like a 12-year-old Daniel Craig.
My regimen isn't that crazy, guys. It's just plastic surgery and Botox.
Sure.
It's nothing.
chemo.
Mostly in the ball
Nothing weird
age
about it.
area, right?
You can't have those things
want-
wrinkled.
In
I hate it. I hate the wrinkles down there.
in the
I really do.
crotchetal region.
You like the
Smooth egg.
Yeah, yeah. Ken doll to Ben doll down there. Just swoops right under.
See you
No more
later.
crevices.
See you
Stuff
later,
gets
Ginger.
trapped in crevices.
Like the Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
This is our toast segment of the show. This is the last thing we're going to do. I don't know what you guys think of Philip Seymour Hoffman, but
Sad.
it is kind of a bummer.
Is it?
A major
Sad.
bummer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's one thing to assume that people. He's a fantastic actor.
Yeah, he's amazing.
There's one thing to assume that a person at that level is on drugs, and there's another thing to have evidence, like to see a body with a heroin needle sticking out of it.
Pretty
Like
fucked
it's
up.
it's pretty fucked up. And like,
Is it?
It is. It is. I mean,
Addiction is
Loss,
shit.
loss of life, sure. I'm never going to take that away.
That's the thing. Is it's a tragic
But-
way of dying, not necessarily just the fact we lost an actor. I mean, he was.
It's a choice of a way of dying.
Oh, it is.
Well,
it is, and it's
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
The best thing I saw was
opiates are so bad though.
they are.
I mean,
Yeah, they're
I
terrible.
mean,
That's why you should never do them.
yeah.
I mean,
But the
choice
problem is
too.
that your doctor, if you get in an accident, your doctor might just prescribe them to you, and then your nurse comes by and gives you a dose of Demerol or something, and then you may be addicted from that point on, and you had zero say in it.
No, wait, no.
If-
Because you have a choice.
If you're unconscious or you're basically floating in and out, and you're in,
Whenever they gave me those opium ones, I had a choice. To
I know,
either
but what I'm
fill
saying
them
is
out.
not everybody does.
Yeah, some people really
Not
truly
everybody
are
does.
addicts. Some people who are true
Yeah.
addicts have mental
And some
chemical
people-
imbalances that make them. do
And you
things.
can be genetically predisposed to a horrible addiction and never know it until a nurse comes by and gives you
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
you,
and then
you
you,
can't
go,
say no
hey,
'cause
I'm
you're not
feeling
in-
these weird addictive things. I really want to go buy heroin.
I need no. I
so
need
maybe I should go to
more.
the hospital and figure out why I want to buy heroin instead of going to buy 70 fucking bags of heroin. That is a choice
Hey,
he made.
50,
It is.
50, 50 bags. 50 bags.
The best thing,
Whatever.
best thing I heard about this whole thing. Now, obviously, great actor, tragic loss on that respect. But the best thing I heard is that it puts a different picture on the addiction question and the drug question.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes back to what we talked about earlier this afternoon about this is the year of the weed. Here was a man who was tremendously respected, successful,
Yeah.
had money,
Weird looking.
and
Wife and kid.
yeah, had a life partner. They weren't married. That's true. But still,
I have
they were
kids.
committed relationship for 20 years, had 3 kids, and he was a white guy who died of an overdose. And he was successful, not a junkie,
Yeah.
not some black dude in the ghetto. This is
Yeah.
a successful white man,
ghetto.
and that, while horrible, does put a different picture on the idea of addiction and drugs, and that we need to rethink how we tackle
It is an
the
equalizer.
war on
I mean,
drugs,
there is-
Rather than
the
just
whole
horrible
conversation.
punishment and no
Right.
redemption and
Yeah.
no
It's-
rehabilitation.
Well, it was just a surprisingly realistic way to die. You know, it's a surprisingly realistic way to look at mortality. To say, this is the thing that just dying and saying autopsy later on, like, oh, that'd be a big surprise. But like, walking into a room and seeing,
well, this is a pretty obvious way that he died, and that's
but
horrible.
it's like that is oh my god, this thing actually exists. In real life. This is not just.
It's kind of a reality
Well,
check.
I think
he wasn't just acting.
I think the guys at the New York Post were probably the most upset because they had already had the obituary written, but it was about donuts. They had to change it last minute. Heroin addiction.
They actually had to have the strikeout still in the text. Donuts, drink heroin.
Right. They're using the FBI's
Hoffman
black
dies of
highlighter.
sausage overdose.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, we're obviously torn on this.
I don't think we are.
So, no. So I was going to give it to
White
if
people,
anything for really, it's just like, God, Andrea has a story. I don't know if she'd ever want to tell it, but it's really crazy to see something so. It's almost like the boogeyman for anyone who's not actually been around. People
I've had
have that kind of addiction.
I've had
Real
a friend.
addiction
I've had a
is
friend.
scary
Yeah.
shit.
White guy, very affluent.
Yeah.
Just vanished
yeah.
because of heroin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the first time I've seen that happen.
Yeah, but I'm like, you want to tell yourself that is not what happened, and
Yeah.
like with even substantial proof, like it's just crazy. I don't know, it's crazy to me. But Ben's a monster. So what is I'm
Monster.
sorry, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No,
People die every day.
I understand. I understand your point, but cheers to those
Well,
we
for,
lose.
for those of us with a stronger moral fiber who only drink,
I was gonna say yes.
right,
Yeah.
right,
To the less addictive vices,
right.
okay,
including pot.
Well, that's soon to be legal.
Not in Texas, though.
Yeah.
I think Texas will turn faster than other places.
You think?
Mainly because
I
we
don't
have a
think so.
giant border with Mexico. If we legalize it, we can cut down a lot of the gang warfare.
Assuming the gang warfare doesn't actually
but they
feed our
don't-
economy.
They don't think that, though. They're not thinking about
Well, until Wendy Davis has us all wearing guns openly, we'll be.
Our politicians are we are a punishment-based economy here.
No.
Yeah, that's all. It's not rehabilitation.
I'm
We are
thinking-
all about
I think in
punishment.
Texas in a couple of years, we're all going to be smoking weed, having abortions, and carrying guns.
You mean the way that we've been going on for the last forever?
No, open carrying.
Open
guns.
carry.
Oh,
no,
open
I'm
carry.
talking return to the old west. Like I'm gonna have a 6-shooter right there in my hip.
Wow.
And you mess with me, I'm gonna give you an abortion.
So what's going what's going to happen? What's going to happen in Texas first? Are we going to do legalized gay marriage? Or are we going to do
Gay
legalized?
marriage should be way down the
Yeah,
line.
way
Think?
down the road.
And
We have way
before
too many.
weed?
Would be first then?
I think we'll have weed first.
We
before
have way too many.
gay marriage.
One at a time. One at a time.
Yeah, we have way too many moralists, religious types here. However, the Tea Party types will push hard for the legalization of pot, and I think that's going to happen way before.
Well, because they
gay
want to see the
marriage.
free market work the way they think it's supposed to work by giving them money. Oh, wait, no. Shit. That's not the way it works.
What?
Weed will come
Yay.
I don't know.
Less,
think
it's,
so.
because remember, Republicans who definitely run this state are all about reducing regulations and everything until it's a subject that offends them.
Exactly. Yeah. Until it
At
becomes
which
a-
point,
yeah.
government.
Yeah.
And pot doesn't seem to offend the conservative mind nearly as much as two dudes blowing each other
Well, okay, so yeah.
in an alley specifically.
Right.
In an alley over there.
It's always in a back alley.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I think the point is we should close all the back alleys.
Yeah.
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 But not the back alley. That's a great bar. I've been there. I get a lot of free drinks.
Yeah,
What
a
can I
lot
say?
of free blowjobs. Yeah,
Some hand jibbers.
some old fashions. Yeah. An old squeeze.
What is old?
I'm gonna go see my old squeeze in the back alley.
Can I get an old squeeze with a side of chafing, please?
Lime.
That's with a twist.
With a twist.
And on that note,
You guys are gross. You guys are nasty.
We had a lot of fun here at Drunkcast episode 72. I want to thank Brain for being on the show.
thank you guys.
I'd like to thank his lovely wife for hanging out. I'm not going to give her a name because she shakes her head at me too much.
You can.
Hi there.
Yeah, say
Travis,
it in the microphone.
Travis doesn't want to do it because he can't
Just like
pronounce
that.
Say it with me. Hi there.
I thank Ben for coming out.
Hey,
and
I was wildin'.
drinking through the day, violent all the
Yeah.
time. And I thank Dylan for helping me run the show.
I've been here.
And I'm your host, Travis Skelder. We love you so much. Please, again, check us out at drunkcastlive.com/drunkcastlive.com. You can go to facebook.com/drunkcastlive, twitter.com/drunkcastlive. You can go to iTunes Store. You can do a Google search, and you can go to the Zoom Store if you really, really hate yourself. Well, we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Hey.
I got my old soul shoes tripping on this deep groove.
Drunkcast Live is a podcast recorded live at Don's Depot in Austin, Texas. Although they are kind enough to allow us the venue, Don's Depot is not responsible for our content or the opinions of any host or guest. All break and intro music is used with respect to the original artist and can be removed from any show when necessary. If you are in the Austin area and like to join a recording, or if you just want to know more about the show, please check us out at drunkcastlive.com or check out @drunkcastlive on Twitter.
What the deal is?
Errands and then cleaning house.
Yep.
We
I've got to wander through
chores.
Costco half tipsy. It's going to be great.
I
want everything.
Chips and
Yeah.
a gallon of popcorn.
Can I get this in barrel form? Yes, you can.
That's right.
In
Did
airwolf
you-
form?
Did you
Of
guys
course I
know
need a new
that
mattress.
You could have